Hey, what's going on, guys? Hmerked here, coming back with another video. So today I'm gonna be talking about this incident that happened in Thanksgiving last year, and I'm gonna call this the Fatboy Incident. So me and my friends were planning to hang out Thanksgiving Day, right? We had this plan to hang out, pull up the Switch. We just started playing, and so that ended up happening. Like, we ended up hanging out, and the time to meet up was like at 8 or something. Like, at my house, it was like 6 of us or 7 of us, and we had this one friend, right? He was fairly new to the group. I'm gonna name him Fatboy. So Fatboy was new to the group, but he was like a drinker. Like, he loved drinking. And the thing with Fatboy is that we met Fatboy through reselling, right? We met him through reselling. He's the one that introduced us to reselling. Actually, he introduced me, Chewy, and the Indian scammer, and he would use my other friends as proxies, which is basically a person that helps you get you a shoe. So me, Chewy, and the Indian scammer, we would see him all the time when we got shoes, when we got in line and stuff, and we would help each other out sometime. But this incident happened like literally the week before the Thanksgiving week, and a shoe was gonna drop in the morning, and basically that car was full. There was already 5 people already planned to go in that car, right? And the people, it was me, Chewy, the Indian scammer, some other friend, and the person driving, right? That's a total of 5. But since it's in the morning and I don't usually wake up like at 8 in the morning, I didn't wake up, so that opened up a slot, and my friends ended up going, right? I think they brought someone else. I'm not sure though. They took someone else, some other friend, but basically the car was full, so they left and they saw Fatboy. But the thing is, Fatboy came late to the line, and I guess my friends, they were ahead of the line. They were first, but there was a guy ahead of them, and then 12 other people spawned out of nowhere. They just spawned, started dabbing each other up, and they cut Chewy and the gang. And Fatboy was mad at that because they just let it happen, and I think he ended up not getting the shoe because of that. They had limited stock, so he ended up not touching that day, and I guess he was mad about that. So that situation happened. Coming back, because that little story is gonna be a main reason why the Fatboy incident happens on Thanksgiving, right? So we're just chilling, we're playing on the Switch and everything, and Fatboy, he's already drunk, right? He starts arguing with one of my friends, right? And I'm like sober, so like I know what's happening, and I try to calm the situation, but Fatboy was just getting mad over like some music, because we had a speaker and I guess we weren't playing the music he wanted. So to calm the situation, I just gave him the aux. He could play whatever music he wants. It's not a big deal, and my friend Chewy was also so sober, just to mention that. And then we let him have the aux. After the aux, he started calling out Chewy. He was like, bro, Chewy, you're such a pussy, bro. Like, literally, if I needed a bodyguard, I would never use you as a bodyguard. You're such a pussy and everything. He started talking shit. He started going off, right? And he started targeting Chewy, and Chewy was like, what the fuck? Like, what did I do? I'm just sitting here just chilling. And then Fatboy, he started grabbing my other friend, like his shirt. He grabbed that shit. He was like pulling that shit hard, like literally almost ripping his shirt off. And we're like, what the fuck? Like, and M3 was drunk. Like, M3 was drunk, and he was faded, he was in the sky. Like, he was like, what the fuck is going on? He was lost. And the thing with M3 is, like, he has no tolerance. Like, he just took one beer and he was already drunk. Like, M3 needs to chill. When M3 is drunk, he's just sleepy. Like, he gets slumped. So Fatboy, he started targeting Chewy, and he started getting mad, and he started bringing up reselling like situations, like stuff that happened during reselling when we would see him. She was like, what the fuck? Like, it's not that big of a deal, like, we're just hanging out. We're not talking about reselling right now, because Fatboy does reselling as a living. He does that shit all the time. It's his main thing. But literally, we see him take Canudo, right? Canudo is my friend. I'm just using Canudo as a reference to my friend. Canudo was drunk. He was like already blacking out type stuff, and he took him like outside. I guess he wanted to talk to him, and me and Chewy were like, what the fuck? So we went to go check, and we just see Fatboy, like, he was smacking him in the head, and me and Chewy were like, what the fuck are you doing? And he was like, oh, I don't know. He was drunk too, we didn't even know. We couldn't understand what he was saying. He was speaking like Hardy language or something. But literally after that, Canudo was getting mad, And Canoodle was like, oh, like, I'm gonna take a video, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing? And we just see Fatboy, he grabs Canoodle's phone, tosses that shit across the street, right? He tosses that shit like, that shit's broken. That shit's dead. I think, low-key, I think that shit survived. I don't know how that shit survived. But yeah, Fatboy just started getting mad. He started going crazy, bro. And me and my other friend were like, what the fuck? Let's just try to take him to his house, you know, because he lives like very close to where I live. So we're like, fuck it, we'll just try our best to take him to his house, you know. He's already drunk. And then literally, I think Chewy says something, right? I think he, like, I forgot what he said, but it wasn't anything bad. Like, he just talked, right? He just talked. And then Fatboy just looked at him with like some death stare. And he was about it. Like, his fists were ready to swing at Chewy. And I think Fatboy literally charged at Chewy, and Chewy was like, what the fuck? So Chewy dodged that shit. And Fatboy was chasing Chewy. And then me and my other friend were like, what the fuck? So we tried to calm him down, right? We started holding him back. And then I was like, Fatboy, calm down, bro. Calm down. Like, what are you mad about, bro? Like, no one said anything bad. Like, you need to chill, bro. Like, for real. And then Fatboy was, you know, he was speaking Cardi, bro. Like, I couldn't understand what he was saying. And then the homie M3, right? He kind of woke up from the situation because Fatboy was going crazy. And we told M3, we're like, oh, you know, go open the door, like, or go open the gate, you know, for his house for him to enter. And fucking M3 was scared, bro. Like, he didn't know what to do. We're like, bro, hey, wake up, bro. Like, just open the gate. And M3 was scared. Basically, he was fucking scared. I don't know why he was scared. Mervin is a big guy. I don't know. So Mervin was useless in that situation. Oh, and right after he swung at Chewy, he started hitting up his homies, right? And his homies are like school threats, you know. And when that happened, I was like, oh shit, this shit's getting serious for real. So I started talking to him. I was like, bro, just chill out. It's nothing serious, you know. Just go home, bro. And then I guess that got into Fatboy's head, and he chilled out, and he ended up going home. He didn't text anyone, but somehow, I don't know, when I spoke to Fatboy, he somehow just calmed down and he ended up going home. And then when that happened, me, Chewy, Canoodle, M3, and my other friend, we went inside my house, and I remember we just sat there and we're like, what the fuck just happened, bro? And Canoodle, he was drunk, right, ready to black out, and that situation just woke him up. Like, he was sober again. And even Mervin was sober too. Like, he was like, what the fuck just happened? And here's a picture of just Mervin slumped, like he's slumped as fuck. But the next morning we ended up seeing Fatboy, and I guess he apologized and everything, that he was drunk and everything. But I don't know, it was weird after that. We're like, nah, you can't drink with him, you know, because you actually can't drink with Fatboy. He just gets aggressive. He starts bringing up reselling stuff. It's like money stuff, you know. He's connecting friendship and money, you know. And we're like, nah, that's weird, bro. But he apologized and everything. But literally, like, him drinking and being aggressive, it just wasn't the vibe. But yeah, that was the Thanksgiving incident. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and if you guys are new, subscribe, hit that like button, watch some other videos that I have made. You might enjoy them. But yeah, that's it. Peace out. Bye.